This is our recipe for one of the best burgers you'll ever taste. Our delicious inside out bacon, cheese and onion burger, brought to you by the Wildfire Kitchen. So the coals are lit, we're getting ready to cook. How do we go about making this amazing burger? We're starting off with 750 grams of minced steak. And because we're hungry, we're splitting this 3 ways, but you could easily make this amount go 4 ways. So we're splitting into 3 and start off dividing each third into 2 to make a top and a bottom half of a burger patty. So we'll go ahead and we'll shape that on our board into a rough burger shape. And then we're going to grate some cheese. In this instance we're using some mature cheddar. You want something that gives you a good melt. And we're going to pop that right in the middle of the burger. And then it's time to shape the top half. So again, shape that into a rough burger patty shape and pop that on top. Now the trick is, when forming this burger, you've got to get it, the shape's all important. You've got to get a good seal around the edges to stop all of that cheese oozing out when you put it onto your barbecue. So take a little bit of time on this, shape a decent burger and make sure it's well sealed all the way around. Now we'll give it a quick season with some salt and pepper and repeat to make the other burgers.
Ooh, no, don't keep this one in. That went so wrong. No.
So now it's time to start cooking. The coals are nice and hot, as you can see, nice dusting of white. We'll load those in and set the barbecue up for half and half indirect cooking. So that's what your coal should look like when it's ready to cook. We'll pop the grill back on and pop the burgers on the grill. So we're placing them directly over the coals at this stage to get a nice sear on them. And when they've had a couple of minutes, give them a turn over. Now one thing you need to watch out for is turning them too soon. This particular burger was on a slightly cooler side of the coals, so it's not quite formed the crust on it. So I'm having a bit of a problem with this one, and it's sticking to the grill. Probably needs a little bit longer, that one, just on that side before attempting to turn it. So it's proven a bit of a problem, and this is where it all starts to go a little bit wrong.
Hashtag expectations versus reality.
So you see, a little bit stuck on the grill still.
This is not.
Should have used a wider spatula for turning it, left it a little bit longer. But don't despair, when it gets a bit like this, all is not lost. Even when it does go really badly wrong, you can patch it back together and rebuild your burger mid-cook. Okay, the other one went a bit better, so that one's been turned and managed to salvage the burgers. So once they've done that on both sides, we're now going to take them off the direct coals of the barbecue, and we're going to let them cook a little bit longer off the direct heat, just to allow all that cheesy goodness in the middle to melt and make sure the burgers are properly cooked. So we're going to add a little smoke into that, add some of your favourite wood chips onto your coals and pop the lid on. And whilst that's happening, we're going to prep some of the rest of our burgers. And once they've had a few minutes in the smoke, I'm going to take them off and have a check, but also add that all-important bacon, because as we know, bacon makes everything better. So we're using some streaky bacon here, which is going to have a few minutes in the smoke. And once that's done, we can start finishing off our burgers. We're going to add a little bit of extra cheese on top, because why not? And then pop the bacon on top of the burgers and allow that chance to melt. We've split the buns and going to pop them into toast. And once they've had a minute or two to toast up nicely, it's time to take them out. We're going to spread our Sriracha Mayo base sauce on those. Pop our gooey melted cheesy burger and bacon combo on top then. Now it's time for a little bit of our fresh tomato. And whilst all this has been happening, we've been cooking some onion rings in the oven, cheating inside. So there goes the onion on top and a little bit of your favourite green stuff, just to make it healthy, right? Balance that on top and then top your burger off. And there you have it, our delicious, juicy, inside out bacon, cheese and onion burger. And now for the all important test. I can tell you that really tasted amazing. An amazing burger and one for you to try at home. We really hope you've enjoyed this Wildfire Kitchen recipe. If you have, give us a thumbs up and make sure you click that subscribe button and follow us for more great recipes coming soon.